Hello everybody! So today we're going to be looking at how to get a supporter creator code on Fortnite, or some of you may know it as just a creator code. Now, a creator code, I know some of you may already be thinking, I know what it is, and I've heard about this before, but a creator code is a code in which you can receive when you hit a certain milestone on Fortnite, and to do that you need to fill out like an application and there's a few more steps as well, which I'm going to go in later in the video. But generally, a supporter creator code gives us and you as a creator sort of a sense of ownership over your channel, which you're creating Fortnite content, and it also gives you a bit of a confidence boost. It gives you a little acknowledgement for the work that you're putting into it, because obviously, as we know, as a creator, there is more work involved than what people may seem at first. You do see a lot of people thinking, it's just a case of uploading a video and vice versa, but you guys know well enough that creating videos, uploading and making sure you're uploading frequently and uploading good content for your viewers can sometimes, yes, we enjoy it, and it's something that I've always enjoyed doing, but it does take time. So it's just nice sometimes to have a bit of an acknowledgement for it, which is why the supporter creator code program's in place. So once we now we've established that we know what the supporter creator code is, the next thing I wanted to discuss was, what do you gain from supporter creator code? What is it about a creator code? What makes it so sort of unique? Now, a creator code in general gives you and your channel more. It gives it more grounding and more interest, if you like, is the word that I find suits it best, because once you've got a creator code, it shows to your viewers and your fans that you are committed to that particular channel, and you are committed to uploading Fortnite content as well, and it sort of just reinforces that trust and rebuilds that connection there with your fans, which is something that I'm really passionate about. As you know, releasing good content for my fans is my main priority, and for some people, just gaining that extra trust in the channel and showing that you have got a creator code just gives everybody that bit more of an interest in your channel as well, and draws viewers to it more, because you can interact with your fans more and whatnot. So yeah, it's definitely something which can boost your channel from different angles like that. Now, the next thing is how to get a creator code. Now, I have heard a lot about this on YouTube. People are always wondering, how do you go about getting one? And sometimes people don't necessarily know where to start with it. Now, one thing that I would say is that have a look on the Fortnite website, and there's a particular box at the top corner which is like a drop down menu, Fortnite supporter creator code program, and it's like an article, and it tells you step by step exactly where to go on that particular page to start the process. And it involves, like, putting some of your details in. I think you have to, if I remember rightly, it has been a few months since I filmed mine out, but you have to put like your details in, your channel, which you've achieved the milestone of 1,000 subscribers, or it might not necessarily be 1,000 subscribers. It might be that you've done it on Twitch or Instagram. I know Instagram's a very popular one. So it's about filling them details out, and then submitting that, and then you've got sort of so many weeks to wait before they get back to you and accept your application process. And fingers crossed you get accepted and all's good. And then sort of once you've got past that milestone of your application actually being accepted and becoming a Fortnite sort of creator partner, then it's then about, you will start to get, as the more people use your creator code, you will start to get funds, and people will use your creator code more and more, which will then build your revenue. So some of you may be already getting ad revenue, but if you're not, then a supporter creator code gives you a bit more revenue from that side of things as well, so it can just boost the income up slightly. Now, I think it does take quite a while to get the supporter creator code actually up and running to the point where it does become sort of financially feasible or viable is probably the word I'm looking for. But initially, things always start out slow, but after a while, the more people use it, obviously you will receive funds for so many thousands of V-Bucks which people spend using your creator code. Now, I think the creator code runs out on a sort of a fortnightly basis, so obviously people will use your creator code for a fortnight, and then it might then run out and they use somebody else's, or it might be that they use the same creator code again. It just depends on the fans and the viewers and whatnot. But yeah, that's generally sort of what you get from a creator code. Now, things to watch out for with creator codes, what I would say is that always make sure that obviously you've read the terms and conditions before you do anything with your creator code, and make sure that you meet all the requirements and that you're happy with the terms and conditions of it before you do anything. Once you've done that, obviously just double check that you have met that milestone or requirement to get a support a creator code. And what I mean by that is, as I mentioned before, on YouTube 1,000 subscribers, and on Instagram or Twitch or whatever platform it is, make sure you've met that particular requirement as well to get the creator code. Because, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because I have spoken to many fans and they have all discussed this, and it becomes a massive issue when people apply for the creator code early when they haven't quite met the 1,000 subscriber mark, and then what that does is then it registers sort of to your Epic account, and then sort of you've got a creator code for your Epic account, but because you've not met that requirement or milestone to have a creator code, when you then do try and activate the code later on when you do meet the 1,000 subscriber mark, it then becomes, it's like your game's thinking you've already got a code, but then you sort of you've not been using it, so it thinks that you've not at the same time, and it can mess the creator code process up. So just be aware of that. Don't try and not apply too early. Just make sure you're aware of that, because the last thing I'd want is for people to be applying for the code too early, and then when it actually comes to them getting a code or being ready to get a code, then you can't necessarily do it because it's sort of messed things up with your account and whatnot. So just be aware of that. Make sure you've got that milestone met before you do activate your creator code, and then it just eliminates any potential issues in the future. Now, finally, the last thing I want to discuss, and it's probably one of the most important at the moment, and I'm sure if not all of you have seen it, some of you will have. Now, you'll notice that when you go on the application process or on the Fortnite website, and if you've not done so already, I recommend, if you are coming up to getting that 1,000 subscriber mark, I'd recommend having a look at it, just familiarising yourself with the process and whatnot. You'll notice there's a big orange box. Now, some of you have seen a lot on social media about, every time they go on Fortnite, there's that orange box there stating that the application process is being updated and blah blah, and it's something what I'm always checking and keeping up to date with. And every time I go onto the website, I'm sort of like covering my eyes, hoping that orange box has disappeared and that the application process is available. But then it just, every time it seems like it's not. But yeah, obviously at the moment, once you've submitted your application, all processes are on pause. It's something that I'm waiting for at the moment, so you're not on your own, guys. I'm waiting for mine still to come through. It's been probably the best part of 4 to 5 months now, if not longer, probably nearer to 6 actually. And it's you do get impatient with it. I've got really impatient at times, because as I said before earlier in the video, you've got fans asking for the creator code, and you sort of feel like you want to be able to give your fans that creator code, because they're always they're watching your content, and the least I can do is give the creator code out when it's available. And it's sort of, because I can't at the moment, you sort of get a bit frustrated with that, because I don't want to let my fans down, and at the end of the day they are my priority. But yeah, it's just a case of once you've submitted it, applications are on pause. If you do email what they give you, I have tried emailing it more than once, you sort of get a reply saying this email isn't being monitored at the moment. So yeah, I've tried several things, guys, sort of doubling up on the email, sending it twice and whatnot, and it doesn't seem to have had an effect. So it's just a case of being patient, waiting on when it does become available. Now, it has been a long time now. It does make me wonder, is the creator code going to be coming available again? Because I have heard stories, and I don't know how true this is, so don't count me on it, but I have heard stories that people were sort of misusing the creator program, you know, when they haven't met certain requirements of the process. And that's why it's so important, as I said earlier, to make sure that you meet the requirements before you do anything on that. So I don't know whether it's the fact that people have been misusing it, so they've sort of avoided sort of letting more people use the program until they've sorted it out. I don't know whether it's the fact that so many people have used it now, so they've sort of got to the point where they're at maximum demand. It does just make me worry though, and it's something, you know, I'm always optimistic with when I'm talking, or I try to be, but it is something now that you know, getting onto the sort of the 5 to 6 month mark, where I do wonder, is the creator code coming back, or is it something which could potentially be something of the past very soon, because of the duration of it and how long it's taken. But you know, there's only time will tell. We'll find out later on, hopefully in the coming months. And I'm just hoping that I get my creator code shortly, because you know, it is something I'm really excited for, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Now, if any of you guys know any more information about that, you know, I do try to keep up to date with all my fans and information online. You know, if I see anything, I do try to publish it as quick as possible. But if you guys know anything that I've not mentioned today about the code, and anything else which you know you might know that people might not be aware of, you can just drop it in the comments below, and that'll help not only myself, you know, obviously be able to read it and gain a bit more information, but obviously everybody else who's on the comments as well, and it'll help everyone else out. So yeah, I really do hope this video's helped you guys in terms of the creator code. I am gutted that I've not got my code yet, and I'm sure you are, but let's keep on with it, let's keep sticking with it, and hopefully, you know, we will get our creator code shortly, which we all deserve at the end of the day. So yeah, it's GazmerG, the official gaming channel. We've nearly hit 2,000 subscribers, guys. I can't believe that we're nearly at 2k, and I honestly would not have been able to do this without your support, guys, and I really mean that. So let's keep on with it, guys. We can do it. We're going to keep going. As soon as we get to 2k, my next challenge is going to be 3k or 5k, and we're going to keep going. Thanks again for the support, and take care.